G'day folks, Scott here. Today I am unboxing and reviewing the Wolf Predator Legendary Scale Bust. I freaked out when this showed up because it's in two boxes and I didn't expect it to be. The last Legendary Scale Bust I bought was the Big Chap Alien, which I don't think you can see. Yep, there he is back here. So that's legendary scale. It's basically half scale, and that was in one box. So I expected this to be similar size, but it's in two. This box says it's the head. This box says it's the bust. So I'm really keen to crack it open and see what it's like. So here we go. Okay, so that's interesting that the first box doesn't have any artwork or official licensing on it. I've not had that happen before, but maybe that's just because it's half of it. I'm not sure, but let's check it out. So the first box, as said, is just the bust, the upper torso, base, necklace. Pretty cool. There's a lot of styrofoam stuck around the edges of these, so I'm gonna have to give it a good clean. I don't know if you can see that there, but yeah, that's stuck well on there, so I'm gonna have to clean that off. And underneath there as well, that's pretty gross actually. Have a look at that. This is pretty shitty for a sideshow. See all that white crap under there? It's styrofoam that's stuck to the device, to the thing. That's a bit shit. Sideshow, actually. International limited edition. Not numbered either. That's a bit shit. Every other sideshow statue I've got is actually numbered. Maybe the head is numbered. But anyway, as long as it looks good, I guess it doesn't matter. So let's open the other box. Once again, no artwork from Sideshow. It's pretty weird. Now I bought this from an Australian company called popculture.com.au. I know they ship internationally as well, but yeah, I bought this based on a photo on their website. It was a little discounted, maybe because of this, I don't know, but I've never seen Sideshow product come. It's official Sideshow boxes. You saw me cut the seals from them with no artwork on them. It's quite frankly pretty disappointing and a bit shit. Let's hope the thing lives up to it. Having a bit of a struggle getting the head into the base. Don't want to force it, but it's a bit of a tight fit, and I don't want to damage any of the dreadlocks. So I'm just really taking my time with it. So there he is. I'll get the camera off in a second, do some close-ups and look around the unit. Yeah, look, it's nice. Now I'm looking at it, like the paint job seems pretty cool. He doesn't seem to be damaged in any way. There's so much foam. I might actually show you all that with the camera before I start picking it off. I definitely like it. I don't like that it's not official packaging. I don't like that the seal was broken like it had been previously opened, although it doesn't look like it was displayed. I don't know why that is the case. Wolf Predator, this is from Alien vs Predator, which I really do not like those movies, but I really like the comics. I really think he was probably one of the only good things about that movie. Obviously the acid damage from his fight with the alien, one of his mandibles is gone. I know when this thing came out in America there was a lot of negativity about the paint job, and a lot of negativity about the join on this tooth in particular. And the way it joins in, and yes, you can definitely see a join where it goes in, but it's probably not as bad as I expected it to be. So possibly these units have all come back from customers who didn't like it in America and then shipped off to Australia to be resold at a discount. I really don't know. I probably should have researched a little more thoroughly, but I don't think I'm going to care. I guess a little bit, I'm a bit salty because long term, as far as an investment goes with these pieces, with their limited numbers, this shitty white 2 boxes isn't gonna help the value. The fact that I didn't get the thrill of cutting through that Sideshow seal the way I usually did, I think perhaps a little bit has to be on pop culture here, with they could have advised of this in the sales description of the product on their website, to go, hey, here's a thing, this is what the go is, this is where it came from, this is why it doesn't have a box proper, this is why the seals have been busted. Like, normally Sideshow things are all gonna be bagged and wrapped and all that. None of that was the case. So from pop culture's side of things, I think it's pretty shit, really. I've bought things off them before, and to be honest, you know, my Terminator maquette was fantastic. I had no issues. I bought other things from them, so I want to be clear that I'm not shitting on them as a company. But I think in relation to packaging, the fact that they weren't sealed, the fact that I'd imagine they've gone perhaps back to Sideshow and then back again, and then palmed off to Australia or whatever countries they sent them out to, that's fine if you tell me that's what I'm getting when I buy it. But not knowing that and finding it out now that I've got it home, yeah, I'm a little salty. So I'm gonna come and get the camera and do some close-ups and stuff, and then I'll clean it off, maybe do some close-ups again, and yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so here he is close up. I'm using the camera's microphone now, so if the sound has changed or it's a bit shit, my apologies, but I'm not using the normal recording device. I'm just going to spin him around a little bit so you can see a few things that I'm talking about. It's pretty weighty. There's a fair bit of weight to it. The weight is mostly in the base. Look, just nitpicking, you know, like I know it's probably not a big deal, but see all this foam stuck throughout the tendrils? That shouldn't be there. If it had been bagged like it should have been, that wouldn't be the case. There's a bit more up on top of his head, but mostly the stuff that was underneath that base that I showed you before, I really think is like unacceptable. The way it was all stuck on there looks kind of shit. So I'm going to give that stuff a quick clean off, and then we'll have another look. Alright, I'm back. So, I'm kind of over what bothered me, and now just looking at the piece for what it is, I'm actually pretty happy with it. I've always wanted one of these Predator busts, there's many of them, but most of the Predator busts are always crazy expensive. This was the first really affordable one where I could, you know, say, yeah, I can actually justify spending that kind of money on this. It's not perfect, but you know, it's actually pretty good. I know when it came out in the States, like I said, people bitched about this seam on that mandible, which I'll zoom in on soon. And they also, oh, I missed a bit of foam. They also complained about the paint job itself. Actually, the paint job, I'm not finding it as bad as I expected it to be honest. Even on camera here, looking at the screen, brightens it up a lot. It's actually a lot darker than I expected it to be, which is good. The paint job inside the mouth isn't too bad. The little veins and things were going. It's very plasticky, like most of the Sideshow statues are normally like some kind of polystone or resin, like the alien back there. You know, the base is fine. The design of it is fine. I like the acid damage. Again, I'll get close-ups for you and I'll edit them into these scenes. There was heaps and heaps of bits of foam stuck in his dreadlocks, which I had to get out, but that's not really Sideshow's fault. I put that on dodgy repackaging. I guess that is Sideshow's fault, and shipping them off to Australia and other countries, because this specifically on the box said it was the international edition, which means, you know, they kind of like, hey, fuck all these other countries, let's give them this thing. and that's a bit poor. Again, like looking at the screen, this area looks very pale on the screen when it's really not. The light's obviously sort of washing it out a bit. And at least from a distance, you really can't see this line here unless it's brought to your attention until you get really close to it. So yeah, he's cool, man. He's going to look good. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put him because he's bigger than I thought he was. But yeah. After my initial disgust with the packaging, I'm happy with the product. I think, yeah. I need to look at it a bit more. But yeah, let's get some close-ups. Okay, so I think this is where I'm going to keep him. Due to his size, he really doesn't fit in any of my other areas that I keep statues. He's too heavy to go in the IKEA cabinet. He's too big to go up with the other alien bust. So I think next to the TV is the best location. I'm definitely happy with him. Like I said, my reservations about the packaging I'm going to have to move on from. I'll definitely be leaving pop culture a strongly worded message about them being forthright and honest about what it is they're selling to give people the opportunity to go, no, that doesn't suit me, but whatever. I always wanted the Predator head. I've got one. He's cool, and that's that. So yeah, he fits in well. Might do a room video soon because I know I keep saying I would, but yeah, there he is. Thanks for watching as always. Please subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.